Alright, tonight is Sunday and it's True Blood night. I already recorded this once, but apparently it was too long, so now I have to shorten everything up. But before I start, I want to clear up a couple of things. Last week I said that the Hadley, this is part fairy, said that fairies killed Jason and Sookie's parents. I heard wrong. It was vampires. Okay? I read the books. Spoiler alert. I've read the books, and it's fairies. But that does not mean the writers will make it fairies, because they have changed so much that happened in the book. They alter so many things that they do what they think their viewers will like best. So seriously, don't flip out that I said fairies. I didn't ruin your life. Get over it. That's all I have to say about that. Ridiculous people posting jerky stuff on my sites. Anyway, let's start. Sookie, Alcide, Eric, and Bill. Okay, Sookie got drunk last time. We see her with Alcide. She's having good times, that's all I'm going to say. And then she pukes on Alcide. Yeah! Right when Bill and Eric show up at her bedroom door, because that's what friends should do, and says, Alcide, you really know how to treat a lady. Good one, Eric. Eric was filled with some good ones tonight. Anyway, Sookie agrees to go help them find Russell, and they have to talk to Doug, a werewolf who's blanked out and apparently was glamored by vampires, so they feel he was involved. And he was. Sookie reads it in his mind. He knows where Russell is. So he leads them through Sookie's hand-holding to an old hospital. But on the way, Bill and Eric, they fight. And basically because Sookie sees in Doug's mind that a lady dug Russell up with her bare hands, and she's wearing one of those authority necklaces, the bat. And, well, Bill says, it's Nora. And Eric's like, no, it would never be Nora. And then they go like, ah. But just before they fight, Molly phones them, the lady who harnessed them up, Tina Majorino, and she says, it's the countdown on your eye stakes. They're going to be activated at dawn if you don't find Russell Edgington. That's not fair. So they get to the hospital, and they say to Sookie, you should stay outside. She's like, and then Sookie, this episode with Sookie, ha ha, 3,000 thumbs up. She was awesome in this episode. She says, I've seen enough horror movies to know that it's completely stupid to split up. You'll end up dead. Good on you, Sookie. Then she tells them, besides, the sun and my microwave fingers are pretty much the only thing that stops Russell Edgington. True that. You got it. Then she says, I have a headache and I need to pee fiercely. So, let's get in there. Get this done. So, Doug's like, freak it out, freak it out. So they find rats eating people, pile of dead people. Then they finally find a room full of, obviously, Russell's catch of the day. Tons of people meant to feed Russell, hanging in bags. And they're, like, begging to be let loose. Doug says, I'm staying here with these people in their little cocoons. Whatever, Doug. Splitting up is a bad idea. And, there was this awesome quote that Eric said just before they found Russell. I wrote it down. Where is it? Oh, yeah, Doug says, oh my God, I've never been to New York City. I don't want to die before I go there. And Eric says, New York City smells like pee, and the people are rude. Nice. So anyway, Doug stays with the cocooned people, and they find Russell. He's all like, hey, Sookie, long time no see, my love. And just as they're about to show down with Russell, because he's got his energy back, and he says, bring it, something mysterious jumps Alcide. Is it a dog? Is it another vampire? Who knows, really? But awesome story tonight. The other stories we will quickly recap so I don't run out of time. Lafayette. Stupid demon story. I hate it. You can all love it, but I don't like it. He sees his demon self in the mirror, freaks out on all these little figurines that are talking to him. Then he sees Jose's head that's all like sewed shut. going to him. Meanwhile, there's a lady in some hospital room upstairs or wherever with medicine talking to another head that's sewed up and saying, yeah, I'll tell Lafayette. And I'm like, what? That's just crazy stuff. Anyway, I hope I have enough battery left on this thing. Terry and Patrick. Big stuff with Terry and Patrick. Found Elmer. Elmer ties him up. He's a crazy whack job in the bunker who used to be with them when they were in Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever they were. The massacre of the family is huge in this. Apparently there was a lady left over. Patrick thinks that Elmer is going and setting fire to all the previous people that he kills. Apparently he's killing people by burning down their houses. And Elmer says, no way, man, it was this fire spirit, that lady, she cursed us. So there's like this flashback. And Patrick tells Elmer he has to shoot the last remaining lady who's still alive. She curses Elmer with Lafrite, who's a fire spirit, fire demon, and Elmer has to shoot her on Patrick's orders. So he does. And then when they burn the bodies, Terry and Elmer burn the bodies, the fire spirit comes out of the bodies, and you can clearly see it. And Terry remembers, oh my God, Elmer's right. It was a fire spirit. Oh, what? You know, Patrick, it's true. And Patrick pretends to think it's true. So Elmer unties them. Patrick whacks Elmer over the top of the head with something. So Elmer's out cold. Terry doesn't want anything to do with it, so he leaves. Patrick ties up Elmer, who then gets devoured by the fire spirit while Patrick's up trying to convince Terry they have to turn him in. So good job, Patrick. You just got your friend killed, because the fire demon is there, and he's coming for you. So you're the nasty one. Okay, last time we saw Jason and Andy, they were in the ferry bar, and they got blasted out. Okay, so they wake up with no clothes on in their own homes. Just before that, Jason has a dream that his parents are still alive. Yeah, but not for real. He's in his He-Man jammies, so it's like a dream from his past when he's a kid. He-Man. And he sees them having breakfast, and they have holes, vampire holes that are bleeding in their necks. Poor Jason. He's being haunted by that. He wakes up and then goes to the crime scene of the Shifter murder. Before Andy gets there, he's found by Arlene on the couch wearing no clothes. And Arlene's like, "Jeez, Andy!" Andy is just no clothes this season. I don't know what's going on there. He's getting caught everywhere. So Jason explains at the Shifter murder scene that it was a fairy bar. They were with fairies. And Andy's like, "What? I don't want to wreck things with Holly. I'm not going to be with that fairy girl anymore." And Sam tells Andy, "Yeah, I found their bodies, they're shifters, and I don't know who could have shot them. This is weird." So Sam goes off to warn Luna, and just as he's leaving Luna's house, a truck pulls up with these guys wearing masks, and they shoot Sam. And then they shoot Luna when she comes out to help Sam. And then, horror of horrors, Emma comes out, and they try to shoot a kid. Now, Sam yells, "Run, Emma," and Emma changes into a puppy and gallops off, or runs off as her puppy self, and does not get shot, thank goodness. But hopefully Sam's still alive. I really think that will happen. Luna, I don't think so. I think Luna is done for. At the end, we see Jason at the cemetery hanging out with his parents' gravestones, which is quite sad. Poor Jason. So, just a minute. I'm going to run out of power in a second. So, you know, why not just show you this live. There we go. I'm powered back up. Yeah, I was really prepared. Okay. So, Tara Pam. So, Pam tells Tara, "You're going to bartend." Tara doesn't like it because she doesn't like being a slave to other people. Tara tries to drink a bar customer. Pam goes crazy on her, makes her promise not to do it. Jessica sees this because she's in the bar and comes up and tells Tara all about how life was hard when she changed to a vampire and tries to bond with her. In the end, they bond, and it's pretty cool. But then Tara's outside smoking, and Hoyt comes by in his 80s retro gear, which apparently is what you wear to a vampire bar. Just need a flock of seagulls hairdo, and you're all set to go. So Hoyt asks, kind of propositions Tara, and Tara's like, no. But then later on, we see Tara and Hoyt in a bathroom stall, and we see Jessica and the bar girl in the bathroom stall, until Jessica figures out that Tara's with Hoyt, grabs Tara out of the stall, and a vampire fight ensues. Let's see what happens next time. And the last storyline, The Authority. Oh, why don't you just feed me a sleeping pill, I swear. Okay, so Nora was chanting. Some guy in the jail next to her says, Drew is goo. Drew is goo. Who is Drew? Is Drew the little kid that was staked last episode, or is he some other person we're supposed to know? Okay, then Nora starts to chant her, we will rise up. And then they fry her a bit to torture her in her cell. Salome has already, Salome's already told Roman that she's began the I-State countdown on Eric and Bill. Roman starts to chant or make this big speech about mainstreaming in front of this vial of some vampire's goo. I don't know if he says it's Drew, and that Drew was a big, he was committed to mainstreaming. I don't know who Drew is. Like, help me out here. Is he the little kid or some other higher being that we're supposed to know about? Salome obviously isn't into mainstreaming. She's standing behind Roman with this look like, I don't know, Roman. I don't think that we should go about, equalizing ourselves with humans without actually saying it. Mark my words, Salome dug Russell out of that concrete. She's behind this whole entire thing. She might even be killing shifters for all I know. There's something weird about that lady. So during Roman's speech, there's a montage. We see Jason in the cemetery. We see the endings of a bunch of scenes. It's really not that interesting. I just can't stand the Authority because they make so many stupid speeches. I mean, their speeches are about mainstreaming or being a sanguinist or whatever you want to call it. Who cares? Just get back to bon ton. I'm fine if you stay with the Russell story for a while. The fairy story's cool. But, ew. Well, even the Terry Patra story is pretty good. But, Authority, take it out. I don't like it. Some of you really are into that jazz. I'm not. So, anyway, till next week.